My time at Loreto was inspiring, motivating, and some of the best moments of my life. The friendships and the learnings I've taken with me all these years later. So there's a lot, and when I walk through the corridors, they will come flooding back, the conversations. But the highlights would be the friends that I made, because they're still my friends today, and the values that the Loreto foundations gave me, and that level of self-awareness and acknowledgement of how that I can take that self-awareness into a future that makes a better future for other people, women, men, everyone really, who a Loreto girl comes into contact with. When I graduated from Loreto, I went on to do a PR and journalism degree at Deakin University, and after that was working, in my final year I was actually working at General Motors, back in the good old days, in their corporate affairs department. Then after a year of doing that and graduating from uni, I took off to London for 2 years, and I worked in mainly government roles in the UK, advisory roles, and working with all levels of government, and working in areas of youth, culture, building, those sorts of areas, so marginalised communities, but working from an agency point of view with the government. Then I came back and I started my own business. It was called the Little PR Company, and I did that for 10 years, and then recent lived experience made me change path a little bit and want to explore that that side of me that I think I always had, which is why I studied journalism, I think, is that passion for social justice and equality and better for people. And so I've actually just taken on a 5-year Juris Doctor law degree with Deakin again, so I'm going back. So everything goes full circle. Personally, I've got 2 beautiful children, and I married my high school sweetheart, so they're pretty big highlights. And they've helped shape me into who I am, and in so many good ways. Inspired me. My husband's incredibly supportive of my change of trajectory, which is great and necessary. And my other highlights would be the incredible people that I've met on these different pathways that I've taken. I think things happen to you in your life, and you can be defined by those moments, but you shouldn't be. It's more a definition of who you are and how you respond to those moments and the people that you meet during that time. So being able to take those people with me has been exceptionally empowering and important to me, and I have, without doubt, some of the most dedicated and supportive friends and family members, and I'm just so grateful, because it helps me continue on this crazy journey that I go on. And I experienced an unfortunate Me Too moment, and I think we're in a current climate where we're seeing this incredible pivotal change, and so many women have paved the way for me to have decided to say something about what happened, and then I would hope that from what happened to me I can pave the way for other women to do the same. It's a huge learning experience, and it's an unfortunate one, but again, just that lemonade out of lemons thing, and recognising that there's so much more to you, to who you are in those moments when you feel at your least confident, and how you respond is really who you are. That's who you are. So being a Loreto girl, I think, made me a compassionate person, and an empathetic person. I think it also made me strong, and I was recently having a conversation with someone about this, that I think too often we see, in order to be seen as strong, you can't show kindness, you can't show vulnerability, you can't show empathy to others. But I think a Loreto girl, and all the Loreto girls I know, have this incredible ability to balance that strength with those other, what would be considered feminine qualities that have for so long been considered weaknesses, but they're actually great strengths. And I think we learn those things from being a Loreto girl. I learnt those things very early on as a young teenager. So the theme of each for equal, to me, means that it's my job to create equality in the values that I hold in feminism in particular, and to show that I recognise that equality means something different for each woman. Equality for me is quite different to equality for a woman of a more marginalised community. I'm someone who is quite privileged, and so my version of equality is going to be exceptionally different from somebody who isn't as privileged as me. It's also about recognising the men in our lives who do support us and who do see us as equals, and having them stand beside us and hold our hands. It's not about standing behind each other, it's about standing beside each other. And I think that's the only way we're really going to ever reach equality, is if we're all standing beside each other, and the people who have been for so long pushed behind are given that space alongside us as well. I think the greatest giveaway or takeaway that I can give to someone is that take up space. To a woman, a young woman, an older woman, a more marginalised woman, take up space. And if you don't feel brave enough or strong enough to take up space, talk to someone that you trust that does, and ask them to help you. Because we can't reach equality unless we help each other, and unless we know and are aware of the people that are trying to strive for equality that aren't being heard as well.